Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Strv 103b. It's a tier 10 Swedish tank destroyer, and we're located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka under the command of Filipperino. Battle started. Well, I think you can notice straight away he's got 2 marks on the barrel, and he's been playing this quite a lot, so he certainly knows how to put punishment on the enemy. Strv 103b. 105mm gun, and he's using a standard APCR, and he's got premium APCR as well. Alpha damage 390. He's moving off onto the west side of the map. There's some good bushes up here where you can get good sight of the enemy and put shells into them without actually being seen, just too far away from the enemy. He's fired one quick round into that EBR 105. Didn't connect with it, but it's certainly been badly damaged by one of our own players. And he's having a just general look around the battlefield to see what his next target's going to be. Oh, he gets a snapshot into a T100 LT. Looks like he tracked him as well. Couldn't get another shot in though, unfortunately. There's an Object 260 over there as well. And he did spot it, but couldn't get a shot in before it pulled back below the ridgeline. But he's popped back up again. Oh, now it's the T100 and the EBR's popped into view. Really difficult to get those, but the shell velocity on this 105mm gun is such you could actually just point and click at the enemy and possibly hit them. Most other tanks are having to lead the target on those EBRs and the like, simply because they move too quickly. The 260 is below the ridgeline. Can't get a shot yet, but if he pulls up again, we might be able to. Now we're waiting for somebody to actually spot something. In fact, actually, he's indicating to the AMX 13105 that he should actually move into a position further off so he can get some spots. Trying to get a shot on that EBR again. If the 13105 will actually move into the bushes, he might be able to find something that we can shoot at. In fact, they're all indicating that grid square K1 might be where the enemy is. So we fire around the EBR but don't connect. That 105 doesn't want to move into the spotting position on a passive duty. He wants to stay active. And that may cost us if the enemy decides to advance, because we won't get advance warning that they're doing it. They could at this moment be moving closer towards us. There's the EBR, and yes, just look at that. Snapshots into him, 98 hit points, takes him out of the game. Big mistake for the EBR to do that when there's a Strv on the team, because he might be able to take you out of the game with just a point and click and bang, you're gone. Now finally the AMX 13105 is getting towards a position where he can actually do something. He's just north of the bowl area. I say that bowl, but it's actually quite a good spotting area. There's the T100, and that shell actually went in front of the T100. He actually gave it a bit of lead, and unfortunately in this case the shell was just too fast. So he's trying to get something on the return. No. AMX 13105 is pulling back. Well, this is rather unfortunate because it means that we can't really see if the enemy are advancing, and now we've spotted the first enemy moving up, and it's a Foch 155, the tier 10 French tank destroyer, and he was looking in our direction for a short while. We get around into him, waiting to find the right round, and there's the T100, and there's a mouse. My god, we've got a lot of enemies turning up. Now, can he shoot without being spotted? It's going to pull back up. Puts one into the mouse, 385. It's a low roll, going for the Foch. No, switch back to the mouse. He turrets onto the side on and gets a nice penetration from that. He's getting high rolls. Oh, that one didn't go through. The angle of the turret wasn't well enough. It bounced. Or did it did not penetrate. It just didn't get through the armor. So that shell's probably still wedged in there. That one went through. And it's a low roll. Now he's face on to the turret, and I don't think that one's going to get through. There's the mouse. Side onto us again, but the angle was wrong. Go for the posh. No, changed his mind. Now he's going back to the posh. Best through the drive wheel. Oh, but he put it through the side of the casement instead. It's not the Bosch, it's a Jaeger. Now, big mistake by me. That one didn't go through his lower plate. That one did. He's actually using the premium ammo this time. He's got enough penetration off that to make it count. Fires a blind shot. Penetration on the premium is 350. There's an Object 277. He's still loaded the premium. He's pulled back just a bit more. Fires around in. I think he tracked him. Go for it again. And that one went through. It looks like it was up near the turret, but it wasn't actually in the turret. Just near the upper part of the hull. And he's using the wreck there to conceal himself. So we're shooting at the top of his turret, trying to penetrate that instead. And of course, you know, the 277 is a heavy one. It's like a heavy medium, or medium heavy rather. So it's actually quite a fast tank, but it's got a very bouncy turret, I'm afraid. So it does make it very difficult to penetrate. No, it's not going through. The hull will be easier to penetrate, actually. It's more like the T10. Well, we're trying to shot at the 260, and we're loading the APCR, and that one went through okay. 393. I think it might have gone the lower plate. This one did go through the lower plate. 277. High roll 372. Didn't penetrate on that one. Don't know why. May have been aimed too low, and tried a blind shot just in case. Wow, he's certainly been firing off a lot of rounds. He's only got 2 rounds of premium left. He's going to have to switch back, and he has switched back to the ordinary standard APCR. They're 2 tanks down at the moment, so it's a lot of effort required to catch back up. And I think part of the reason why they're not doing so well is that they just didn't have any adequate spotting on those enemy tanks when they moved up. Okay, there's the 260, and puts a round through the side of him. 396. Wow, we've got an AMX 13105 moving up. Well, he's moving very quickly, but he went into the bushes, and at that moment he fired, because obviously he would remain obscured and spotted. He's far enough away that we can fire direct, but he's headed this way again. He stopped. Go for the track or go for the direct hit. He's waiting for a few more hit points to be taken off before he shot. 377. And the 105, well, he's moved away, but there's a T100 LT. He's got very close to us, but he's below the ridgeline, the other side of the road. And he did turn to face it just in case he dashed over the road into this area, because then immediately Filipino would have been spotted. And he has been seen. He's the Object 260, saw where he was, and he fired a round back, going for the 277. He doesn't get that one in. He's been spotted. He needs to get out of there quick. Well, he's pulling back. He's right against the edge of the map, and that's not helping him to move. There's the Strv, the enemy team. Doesn't penetrate his armor. Oh, took a round from the Jaeger there for 61, and that's finished him off. So, 5.4k of damage. He desperately tried to defend that one, but there's only 3 tanks left on his team now, and I don't think there's much chance of surviving. Rather unfortunate. Well, he's following the 60 TP on his team, who's now surrounded. He's been taken out by the T100. Was it the Strv on the enemy team? It was the Strv. So, only 2 left on his team. T57 Heavy and a Foch B. And, oh, no. The Foch B's gone down, which means that it's just the T57 Heavy. He's over on the east side of the map. And I don't think he'll last very long because there are far too many enemies. He's defending against 8 enemies, and he's badly damaged. T100 LT's got him in sight, and here's a 60 TP, and there he's gone. So it's a defeat. So let's have a look and see what the end of battle stats say. Well, it's his 3rd mark of excellence. Would you believe it? Filipperino managed to get his 3rd mark. He really did put a lot of damage on the enemy during that game. And he earned enough to get 95% on his MOE. And yep, so he's got his 3rd mark of excellence. It was a 2nd class tanker in the game and a fire for effect. And he did get the High Calibre. He put out the most damage in that game overall. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to win the game for his team simply because the enemy weren't spotting, or his teammates weren't spotting enough to enable him to kill the enemy. Rather unfortunate. Let's have a look at team scores. Well, you can see there he's top of the table, 6,244 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was in actual fact the Object 260 on the enemy team. He got 4,422 and he was killed. The next highest score after that was the Shipbarn on his own team, who got 4,284. When it came to kills, it was actually the 60 TP on the enemy team, got 3 kills, and there's a whole bunch of tanks with 2 kills. Filipperino only managed the 1 kill. And when it came to base XP, well, he was top of the table on his own team with 544. But the winners were actually the GWE 100. He got 899 base XP. The T100 got 898 just behind him. And 60 TP managed 839. He fired 36 rounds in that game. He got 26 direct hits and 17 penetration. Damage of 6,244 hit points in total. 5,081 of which was at more than 300 meters. In fact, a lot of long-range shots. He received 6 hits from the enemy, 3 penetration, 1 non-penetration, and 2 splash. Damage of blocked of 490 hit points, and he spotted 5 enemy vehicles. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did damage assistance of 3,439 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 51,145 credits. And because he got the High Calibre, he got the Achievements Award of 3,779, so his total was 54,924. After repair, ammunition, resupply, and consumables, and considering he used a huge amount of APCR in that game, premium APCR, he actually ended up with a deficit of 96,757 credits. If he'd actually had a premium account, he still would have made a loss of 69,000 credits. He received 544 base XP, got 317 for the Achievements Award, and took away 861. But I don't think he'll mind that it was a big loss, simply because he did get his 3rd mark of excellence for doing all that damage. And so it did pay off in the end that it cost him all that APCR. But it just goes to show that if you want to get a 3rd mark, usually you just have to spam the gold at the enemy. It's the only way you're actually going to generate enough damage to get enough in the way of awards to get your mark of excellence up to the 3rd mark. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.